6, 7, 8.
I am so honored to be standing here with Bob Avion, who has been with the production of A Chorus Line from its inception and through all of these many years later, and here you are at the Hollywood Bowl.
No, it's quite a journey, isn't it?
Wow. Did you ever think, really, seriously?
Never. You know, when we were doing the show originally in our little 199-seat theater in New York at the Public Theater, we had no idea what the future of the show would be. And we just keep coming back to work and keep doing it over and over.
Are you, with every production that is done throughout the country, are you there, or is that case by case?
It's case by case. I try to be at the productions that have a high visibility and have like London or LA or here at the Bowl or the big international companies. Bjork Lee, my associate, she does so many of them, you know, and she really has done them in every language. Yeah.
Well, you know, I read somewhere about you that you were Mr. Bennett's right hand, and if the right hand was there, Bjork was the left hand. She was there.
That's a great compliment, yeah. We go back, I hate to say this, almost 50 years. The first time Bjork and I worked together was in 1967.
Really?
Oh
So
my
you were
God.
like 10?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And she was 2, yeah.
Thank you for spending some time with us. What an honor to meet you.
Well, thank you,
And
Michael.
we
It's a
cannot
pleasure.
wait to see the production this coming next weekend.
Thanks so much. Wish us luck.
You don't need it. I
All
don't
right.
think. I have a feeling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
She really needs no introduction because she's been associated with A Chorus Line for many, many, many years. Bjork Lee, and she is the director, choreographer of A Chorus Line here at the Hollywood Bowl. Welcome to BroadwayWorld TV.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here at the Hollywood Bowl. I think Michael Bennett is up there going, wow, it's bigger than ever. Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that when you made your debut on Broadway at age 5 in The King and I, that you would be later doing something so quintessential to the art of Broadway?
Absolutely not. When I was 5 and I saw the dancers warming up, I knew that I wanted to be in theater at 5, but I didn't know that this was going to happen, you know. And I was very, very lucky. At a very early age, I met Michael Bennett, and he used to come down in the summertime to my dancing school, and that's when I met him. And then years later, we danced on Broadway together, and he said, I don't think I'll dance anymore. I'm going to become a choreographer. And I went, oh, yeah. And here I am, 40 years later. And I was his first friend in New York.
And you still are, because you are still
am.
doing what he created.
Yes.
And what he loved
And
so
it's
much.
really important that for the original company, all of those people who helped develop the project, that it is intact, that everything Michael wanted, and also this is his legacy, to keep it intact, and that people 40 years later can experience that.
Through those 40 years, how many productions would you say that you have been associated with?
Close to 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a little more, but yeah.
And I'm just stunned to learn that it's been in rehearsal for only 4 days, and you did a run-through yesterday.
Yes, that was 3 days.
Wow.
Today is our 4th day.
That is amazing.
But you know, it's organizational skills, but also this cast is incredible.
Yeah. And you handpicked these people,
Yes,
right?
I handpicked them, and they are absolutely incredible. And I have to give credit to Michael Donovan, the casting agent, who, you know, he presented all of these people to us. He presented the best.
He's one of our best casting agents
Yes.
in Los Angeles.
And we got the best. We got the best.
Well, we are thrilled that you're here and to have that cast that you're thrilled with, and everybody's going to come down for this, aren't you? And it is July 29th, 30th, and 31st here at the Hollywood Bowl. You're going to come and see this lady's work and have the time of your life.
Yeah.
Thank you for
so
spending
much.
time with BroadwayWorld TV. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have the pleasure to be speaking to Spencer Liff, who is part of the company here in A Chorus Line at the Hollywood Bowl. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Now, here's a man that has had a major experience on television. He has 2 Emmy nominations and 7 seasons with So You Think You Can
I
Dance?
just started my 8th season that is on right now on Fox, so it has been many years there as a choreographer.
Wow.
I have specifically come out of retirement from performing just to do this show because I never got the chance to do it, and I couldn't imagine going through my whole career in this industry and never being part of a chorus line.
Well, if you're going to do that, to do it at the Hollywood Bowl, that makes complete sense, right?
Exactly. To do it for one weekend only in front of 17,000 people a night and to learn it from Bjork and Bob, it's the purest form of getting to learn the show. I auditioned for the Broadway revival 9 times in the original cast of that revival. I didn't get it. I moved on, I started choreographing, and I always had that thing in my heart that said, you have to do this show. So
You see, fate had it in its heart, too, because it brought you here.
it did. Well, now I'm playing Larry. I'm playing the assistant choreographer, so it's funny. I'm basically playing myself on stage. But it's where I am in my life right now, and it's been an emotional, very fast rehearsal process. I'd never done the show before, so I learned it in a room alone with Bjork in 2 days, and now I've joined the rest of the cast. We're on our 4th day of rehearsal.
Right.
Yesterday we basically did a run-through of the show, so it's kind of like I'm being plopped into the dream of a chorus
4
line.
days of rehearsal, and you're doing a run-through all
Yeah,
of it?
it's crazy. What is it today? Friday? We
Yes.
did a run basically the whole show yesterday
Wow.
without really thinking we were going to. We just started from the opening and didn't stop until we got like almost to the end.
Holy cow, right?
But it is, I mean, so you're in it. You're like in the fantasy of chorus line, and you're watching the hand-picked performers of who are the best that have played these roles in the past 10 years, and they put them together, and so it's kind of a dream cast.
Good for you.
I'm
Enjoy the dream.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
You know,
dream.
and talk about getting in front of 17,000 people and hearing that roar that's going to come from that crowd will be unlike anything.
And now they're going to see you on those big
know.
screens as well, which is
Well,
pretty
it'll
awesome.
be this big, but
Thank you for spending
It's
time
good.
with BroadwayWorld TV.
yeah, it's good.
So much
talking.
appreciated.
Bye.
Sarah, welcome to BroadwayWorld TV. We're so happy to speak to you and have you be in our fair city doing a chorus line at the Hollywood Bowl. First of all, what do you think about that, the Hollywood Bowl?
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty overwhelmed and excited, but yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I feel very blessed to be here. So yeah, I'm excited.
Well, and I know that we just spoke to Spencer Lift that you've only been in rehearsal since Monday and you were already going through a run through the show yesterday.
Yeah,
How crazy is that?
We've had a little crazy time. We've done the show in 4 days, which is insane. Some people haven't done it before. I've done it before. Not very many times, but I've done it before, so it's not so crazy for me. But everyone's just pulled together and helped each other along, and yeah, it's insane.
And you are playing, of course, one of the plum roles in the show for women, Cassie. And tell us about your experience with that.
Well, Bjork asked me to play this show in Austria. I played it in Austria earlier this year, and it's a dream come true for me. I couldn't believe it, actually. And yeah, I have no words for it. It's really crazy. It's really something very exciting, and Cassie's such a dream. She's so humble, and she really wants to dance, and I haven't danced for a long time, so I'm coming back to dance again, which is, I think, very true to the role, you know. So I hadn't danced in a while, and Bjork really, she made me work. This is incredible. This is what I love. So it's really, for me, it's been an amazing experience this last year, really, doing it with Bjork, and now being here again and finding my center again and finding my joy for dancing. It's incredible.
Well, it's going to be the same experience for us watching you do it. So thank you for spending some time with us and sharing that story. That's awesome. And if you could see this girl's blue eyes as I'm looking at them, it's even a better experience.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to be standing here with Courtney Lopez, a cast member in a chorus line. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. We are so happy to be here. We are so happy to see the rehearsal process that we had the pleasure of shooting. And wow, in 4 days you've gotten that far. You've actually done the whole show in 4 days.
The show is finished, and right now we're just cleaning and getting really specific. But now it's together in its entirety, so we're excited.
And how do you feel about it? It's working fast.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know, every day it gets a little better,
Right.
and we're going to be great. We still have a week to go, so we're going to be fine.
Okay. And I know she knows what she's talking about, so I'm with that. I'm down with that. Tell us about the role that you're playing.
I'm playing Christine. She's married to Al DeLuca, and she's a fun character. I covered this role on Broadway too, so I had a fun time doing it there. She can't sing, which is always a challenge to sing a song where you pretend like you can't sing, but I just try to have fun with it. She's shy, she's goofy, and I actually can relate to her personality with myself on a daily basis, so I have a good time.
And how's that guy, Justin Michael Wilcox, is playing your husband?
He's such a sweetheart. We hit it off from day one. Yeah, I couldn't be happier.
And we couldn't be happier. Thank you for spending some time with us here at Broadway World TV. We're so happy to introduce you to one of Southern California's regional musical theater stars, Justin Michael Wilcox.
Well, hello, everybody. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me, Michael.
And now you are on the big stage
the big
in
one.
SoCal.
Yeah,
huh?
17,500 seats or something like that.
Yeah, almost 18,000.
That's crazy.
Daunting?
Daunting. Terrifying. It's my first time at the Bowl, so I'm really excited about
Really?
it. Yeah.
Well, if what you're doing is on that stage is anything that we saw in rehearsal, you have nothing to worry about.
Here's the opening. These old legs don't work like they used to.
Really?
So Bjork is like, stretch, pull. If anybody who knows her, that's basically her.
Yeah. And I remember you, when you auditioned, you told me an interesting story about
are we gonna-
that. No, we're not going to go into that unless you want to go into that.
Sure, it's funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a funny audition story. My roommate and we, who doesn't share a fridge, so we always use glass bottles to put water in. And I woke up in the morning, and Bjork, when you audition for her, puts you through it. She makes you work very hard. You run the combination several times, and then after you're tired, she has you do it in front of the creative team. And I was the first group up. And I was winded, and I was like, I need some water. So I ran to grab my glass bottle of water, and I opened it up, and I chug. I took 2 big chugs, and it's vodka. And my roommate had taken vodka from a big vodka bottle and put it into a small glass water bottle, and I chugged 2 huge shots of vodka before I danced for Bjork. And by the time I was called back to sing, I was a little 2 sheets to the wind, if you will. And so I finished the half of my audition. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. And I finished the second half of my audition.
Sure, he says that now.
I don't drink, Mom, I swear. And I finished the second half of the audition a little warm, let's say. Yeah, I think it might have helped.
You got the job.
That's right. So here we go. I mean, thank you, absolute.
Yes.
You know?
Somebody to thank, that will be the one. And we thank you. Thank you for
Thank
spending
you.
some time with Broadway World TV.
Thanks for having
Always
me.
a pleasure.
We'll see you next time. Thank you.
From the New York City Ballet, Robert Fairchild. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Thank you very much. I'm having a great time.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
You've just gone into rehearsal just this week, right?
Yes, it's been a crash course, lots of information, lots of studying at home, but it's so worth it. I mean, this show is so incredible. I've actually never seen a stage production of this show.
You're kidding.
No, I feel like I'm probably the only person, and it's really special for me because there's moments when we're standing on the line and I'm hearing these people's stories for the first time, and it feels so real, and so you don't really have to act like you've heard it before.
But it's not the first musical that you have appeared in.
No, I did an American in Paris on Broadway last year, and I had the best time.
I can imagine. Well, this is the quintessential Broadway show. You know, I mean, it will live on forever.
I danced to this music when I was 4 years old in my living room in Salt Lake City. It was on a vinyl record, and I just remember step, kick, leap, kick, touch, and I would make up my own choreography. And the first day of rehearsals, I had the chills. It was like this full circle for me, you know, from the ballet world, getting to come back to my first passion, which was Broadway and musicals. So it's been so fun to get to hear that music and actually know what the steps are to step, kick, leap, kick, touch. Again, so it's so cool, so special.
Well, congratulations on being a part of the cast.
Thank you
Can't
very
wait to
much.
see you on stage.
Thank you.
All right.
Can't wait to be on stage.
Thank you for spending some time with Broadway World TV.
My pleasure.
I'd like you to meet Krista Rodriguez, who portrays Deanna
Morales.
Morales.
Yes, correct. Yes, I'm playing Deanna, which is She Sings Nothing and What I Did for Love. And
Great
she's
role.
A great character, originated by Priscilla Lopez,
Yes.
who I got to work with in the Heights. So I have all the inspiration, and I can't wait to play it.
So, how familiar were you with the show before?
I was in the revival of the Broadway company, but I played Bibi. So this would be my first time playing Deanna. And that was a while ago, so I was age appropriate for BB then, and no.
But that was in 2006?
Yes. Well, I was in 2007.
2007.
Because I joined in later.
Oh, okay. And so you're not a native of Los Angeles? Or
I'm a
you?
native of Orange County. I grew up in
Really?
Orange County and then moved out to New York for college and stayed there ever since. And my family's still here, so I get to go back and
Where
forth.
did you go to school in Orange County?
The Orange County High School of the Arts.
You did? I went to Mater Dei.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know. We played, well, when I went to LaSalle, we played you in football
Yeah.
all the time. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Still the greatest football team
Oh, well,
right out here
I mean,
of high schools.
I went to LaSalle, so I can't say that.
Well, what I can say about her is you have to come and see Krista in A Chorus Line.
Yes, please come.
Opening next weekend, July 29th through the 31st.
It'll be a really special experience.
Thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, you too.
Of course, you know this young lady from the Cheetah Girls, Sabrina Bryan. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You are so adorable. You are. You should see this girl. She is amazing. So are you having the time of your life?
Oh my gosh, this has been such an incredible experience. It's been a whirlwind. Learning the show, music, spacing, choreography within 5 days, then joining the cast at the beginning of this week.
I mean, but you're a dancer. I mean, you're a trained dancer.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I feel like this is like a boot camp of Broadway. And so it's just been amazing. And, you know, more than anything, playing Valerie Clark is a dream come true to a lot of girls out there. And, you know, this is an opportunity that comes once in a lifetime. So, and I'm at the Hollywood Bowl. I'm so excited.
Tell our audience, for those of you who have never seen A Chorus Line, and I hope that's not very many of you, but for those of you who haven't, tell us about your character.
Valerie Clark is driven. She's so confident in herself now that she's gotten a little tucks and nips and additions. And she's just bubbly and has such a great view on where she's going, where she wants to go, and where she knows she will get.
Thank you for spending some time here with us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. We'll see you on stage.
All right, thank you.
Meet Jason Tam, who was from the revival of A Chorus Line on Broadway in 2006 and is here at the Hollywood Bowl playing the role of Paul.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to be back. It's been about a decade since I played Paul on Broadway, and this is so, it's just
What, were you
joyful.
12 years old? Because, I mean,
exactly,
you-
I was 12 years old. No, I was, you know, people are asking me how rehearsals are going, and it's so wonderful and it's so great. It's so sweaty and rapturous and wonderful, but it's a lot harder than it was 10 years ago. I will definitely say that, but I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah.
Bjork, I think, said it best. I was talking to her about it, and she's like, you know, she's always got 1,000 things going on because she's Bjork and she likes it that way. But she said it's so good to come back to this show, and it reminds you of how hard you worked, of all the sweat and the effort and the dance classes and the, you know, everything that you put into your career. It just reminds you of how hard you worked for everything, like literally actually sweating for it. It's really cool.
Is this your first time even seeing the Hollywood Bowl?
Yes, I've never seen anything at the Hollywood Bowl. I've never been in anything at the Hollywood Bowl, and I'm so excited. I've never done, you know, something kind of comparable would be the Muni. I've never done anything remotely as big as the Hollywood Bowl.
Right.
I'm so excited about it.
We're going to have a great time because our audiences here in Los Angeles wait for this summer musical every year.
So I hear.
And they're so amped up by the time the overture begins, that first number, you'll be sailing straight through.
I can't wait.
Thank you for spending time with BroadwayWorld.
Of course, thank you.
So here we are at the Hollywood Bowl, A Chorus Line. What do you think about this? Is it something that you've been dreaming about, or?
Well, considering at one point I had done it in many different reincarnations. It was my first show that Bjork had given me. I did the revival in 2008, closed that, and I never thought I'd visit it again. But then a couple months ago, Bjork had sent me a message and said, "Do you want to put the Connie suit on again?" And I said, "I have 3 shows left in me, and if you have 3, that's a good number. I got that." But that's about it. Like, I love the show, but it, as you can see, it's very hard on the body, which is a wonderful thing, but it's
it's just really something I don't think I could do for a long run, do a Broadway run for 8 shows a week again for a year. It would just shift my focus a little bit, but I am loving every moment that we have for these 2 weeks because
It's a fast 2 weeks.
It's a fast 2 weeks, and thankfully I know the show because I've done it before. But for the new ones, they're just wait, what, huh? And I'm like, okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll work on it. But it really is one of those shows that is a machine that you just got to go with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you have the time of your life on the Hollywood Bowl
Oh
stage.
my gosh! I mean,
For the last 3 times that she's going to be doing it, so you got to come see
private
this,
parties,
right?
if you need it for private parties. Connie Wong comes by and sings
Okay,
happy
there
birthday,
you
but
go.
that's about it.
That's a compromise. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Great.
Thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you, Michael.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know this man from television, Austin and Ally, and also a Teen Beach Movies series. Please welcome to the Hollywood Bowl and a chorus line, Ross Lynch. How are you, Ross?
Good, how are you?
I'm better for you being here.
No, all right.
Yeah?
Awesome.
We just saw you in rehearsal.
Yeah.
It's tough dancing out there, but you're a dancer.
I am a dancer, actually. Honestly, most of my childhood years were dedicated to dancing. Not a lot of people know that, but yeah, I did a lot of ballet, did a lot of stuff. So really, I'm kind of right at home in here.
How did the process come about for you to be a part of this? Were you requested? Did it something you wanted to do personally?
It was somewhat of both. So they reached out to me asking, hey, do you want to come in and audition? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And so we came in and the audition went well and we all got along and here we are.
You have one of the fun roles in the show.
I do.
Where you tell us a little bit about your role.
So I play Mark. He is one of the youngest people auditioning for a chorus line. And the way I look at him anyways, is he's somewhat of the dancer amongst the cast. So when everybody's marking it, he's the one doing it full out all the time. Because he's the young guy, he's just trying to get the job. Yeah, that's Mark.
And and part of the song that you sing at some point, it tells about something that you went through.
Right. And then Mark talks about how he has this anatomy book from his father's library, and how he mistakes more or less a wet dream for gonorrhea.
You can say it's been said before.
Yeah. And then, that's basically the story that he tells Zach, and then that leads into montage 1.
Well, how excited are you to be here on stage at this amazing venue?
I've always wanted to play at the Bowl. I've played at a lot of venues in LA. I've played, a lot of the venues along Sunset. I've played the Greek. I've played Nokia Theater.
It's with his band, R5.
Yeah. And now finally the Bowl. Hopefully R5 will be able to play the Bowl as well. But right now, take any opportunity, All
right.
I'm really excited though.
Good. And you have such a lovely family. I know that they must be beside themselves that you're doing this.
Yeah. What's funny is they told me that they want to come to every single show. And I was like, you only need to come to one. I mean, nothing's going to change from any show. And they were like, no, we're coming to all of them. Yeah. So, yeah, they're very supportive.
And your brother's a dancer, too, so.
Yeah. Most of us actually grew up dancing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for you. Thank you for spending some time with us today.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it. Have a ball up there. We know you will.
I will, absolutely.
All right.
Have a good day. Thank you.
A Chorus Line, the 1976 Pulitzer Prize and 9-time Tony Award-winning groundbreaking show about life as a dancer auditioning for a Broadway musical, features an unforgettable score by Marvin Hamlish and Edward Kleban, and a book by James Kirkwood, based on a riveting collection of real-life stories. A Chorus Line will be presented at the historic Hollywood Bowl, Friday, July 29th through Sunday, July 31st. Television and Broadway's Mario Lopez also co-stars in the production. Tickets can be purchased in person at the Hollywood Bowl box office, online at hollywoodbowl.com, and by telephone at 323-850-2000.